in line with Cybersecurity Month. Remediation plans in PDQ Detect. Let's pounce in right here directly into PDQ Detect, right? So this is an instance that's already established. It's already gathering data. So if you're kind of new to this product, sorry, we're jumping in right in the middle, but we're kind of assuming that you have it set up, and now you need to start working on some of these remediations.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we're going to pick this first one up here at the top. So this is from the reports remediation section. And what this workflow is made to do is it's a ticketing system, but light, right? It's a constrained workflow of how do I have these vulnerabilities, I need to patch them, I need to do something with them, and I need to track to make sure that they're actually done.
Right.
So right here from the top, we're just going to pick this first one that's update Firefox, right? This remediation report is the to-do list. And we're going to add it to an action plan, right? If you already have an existing one, you can add it. Maybe you have one that's like, go do browsers, but we're just going to say this one is new. So we're going to create a new entry here. And this is going to be update Firefox, you doofus.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're going to pick the owner here. And I'm just going to assign it to me. And we're just going to leave it to an unassigned group. So this works for a lot like your basic ticketing platforms. You could have groups, you could have help desk, you could have sysadmins, you could have areas of responsibility, whatever you want to do. And then it's going to set some targets for you, some SLAs. Right now it's like remediate on non-prod by October 30th or, on prod by October 30th. You can change these to be what your organization's SLA is. Okay. So we're going to hit save here. And we're gonna hit refresh on accident. Okay, so now that we've got our action plan, we've got update Firefox, you doofus is here in our planning stage. So this is where you could bring things in for triage. Maybe it's who's going to do what and in what order. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go through this basic workflow of moving it to an execution, right? So this is what you're actually like going to go do something, right? So it's assigned to me and it's update Firefox, you doofus. So now that I'm in execution, I know what I need to do and on what machines. I'm going to come over here to detect. And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to search for Firefox, right? Mozilla Firefox. I'm going to deploy Firefox. And I know in my group, I've got like, these podcast machines. And I come in here and I deploy to any of the machines that were in that thing, right? So we're going to let it go ahead and do its thing. And when I come back, now I can say, hey, I can mark this thing as treated.
Right.
Okay. So it's like, did you do the thing you said you did? Yeah, I sure did. Now the next thing that it's going to come into is this fix pending confirmation.
Right.
So I identified it, I fixed it, and now we got to wait. And so what's going to happen is the next time that those machines are scanned with detect and the fix is confirmed, one of two things is going to happen. It's either going to confirm the fix and say, yep, you did it and move to a closed state. Or it's going to say, actually, do you know what? It didn't get fixed because of XYZ, your deployment failed, the process is still running, blah, blah, blah. It'll come back to reopened. So in our case, we're going to assume that it's going to be closed. And here we go. This is what they look like when you're done. These are closed, right? So someone did the same thing for Chrome. They did the same thing asking, why do we even have putty around? But that's the kind of the constrained workflow here, right? This is how you take a big pile of vulnerabilities, assign it to a person, use a tool. Maybe it's Connect, maybe it's deploy an inventory, maybe it's some other tool that you have to go work on, right? Maybe the vulnerability found is in VMware. Right. And you have to go use like the VMware Update Manager. But this can be your source of truth on how to do what and where.
Yeah, these are super common in most vulnerability reporting software, right?
Yep.
Like a form of flow or assignment. And this was super simple.
Yeah, this is a way to come through and it's automatically doing the checking for you to make sure that it actually got fixed. So you can and can't fudge it. It's like once you get these things out, like maybe you move it to a different ticketing platform.
Yeah.
Someone, once they say, yep, I deployed the fix, close it. Mm-hmm. Now you've got like this disjoint, right? Where one ticketing system saying it's done, but your vulnerability platform is still saying, no, it's not.
Right.
This forces and confirms fixes in here so that you don't have to try and reconcile that.
Right. And everyone loves metrics. And it seems like you can report and download and it's good.
You can get it all here. A lot of places have like SLAs.
Yeah.
For like, you must fix criticals and XYZ. Maybe it's in some compliance framework you use. Maybe it's for your cyber insurance. Maybe it's for whatever. This is a really easy way to just show that you're actually doing it.
Right. Like ours is 2 years. So we kind of put 2 years out and then we patch it.
Yep.
So
yeah, it's 2 years eventually.
Yeah, we kind of get to it. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're so busy.
Alrighty. So that's what we have. There's the vulnerability management kind of workflows within PDQ Detect.
Is this feature available in the big license of PDQ Connect that includes vulnerabilities?
So this feature exists inside of PDQ Detect. It is not inside of Connect. So no, the short answer there is no. This is a feature that's in Detect, and it's most useful when you have to transfer from one application to another because like your single tool can't get to everything, right? Detect can find a vulnerability in a switch, in a router, in a firewall, in a printer, in anything connected. That's when you probably see the most value in this feature.
Right. You could probably correlate the vulnerability as well, right?
Yeah.
Search those same vulnerability.
And then correlate it to a fix action and an SLA and a timeline.
That's right.
And I think there is one more question that we can give you. When can we get a PDQ ticketing system that ties in with Connect and Detect for patching, application requests, etc.?
That's a great question, and I want the same thing.
Yeah. I haven't looked at our API reference for Connect in a while.
Yeah.
But with that, and most ticketing services have a pretty good API as well.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure about Detect, but you could be your own little integration.
Yeah, we actually do, like internally in IT, Rachel actually uses the Detect API and the ticketing system that we use internally.
Yeah.
And we've got some automation there, but I agree with the sentiment, and it's actually something that we're actively kind of looking at, not like actively coding or anything, I won't say that, but we're actually looking at like, hey, what does this look like for our products?
Right.